Here we're going to take a look at the Save Button Listener, which is going to respond when the user touches the Save button. And this listener was registered back in onCreate after we inflated the app's GUI and specified that the Save Button Listener should respond to the corresponding Save button. Now, we only want to create a new query tag pair if the user has entered text in both edit texts. So the if statement at lines 138 and 139 is getting the text from each of these edit texts. This returns what's known as an editable, and then we're getting the length of the editable in each case. And when you get the length of the editable, if it's greater than 0, then we know the user put text into both edit texts. So this is just a little bit of validation to ensure that we really do have data in each of the edit texts. If we do, in each case we get the string representation of the editable that's returned by getText. So we get the strings out of these two edit texts, and we call makeTag with those strings. And recall that makeTag will either just update the existing query tag pair in the shared preferences file, or if it's new, it will insert that query tag pair into the shared preferences file and create a new row of buttons. Now, at lines 143 and 4, we set the text in each of our edit texts to the empty strings. That way, they're cleared out because we've already stored the new query tag pair. And at lines 147 through 149, we hide the soft input keyboard if in fact it was displayed. Now, on some devices there will not be a soft keyboard displayed because the user has an actual physical keyboard, but under the assumption that there is a soft keyboard, what this method call is going to do is hide it. So the way we do that is by getting a system service called the input method service, and that returns to us an input method manager. We then call on that object its hide soft input from window method, which is going to hide the soft input window, and we call tag edit text.get window token, and basically this tells us which window the soft keyboard is displayed on. So the edit text knows which window it's in, and we get that. And the second argument for now is always specified as 0 according to the documentation. So if the soft keyboard is still displayed at the time that the user hits the save button, lines 147 through 149 will ensure that the keyboard gets dismissed. Now, if by any chance the user did not enter text in one or both of the edit texts, we're going to create a so-called alert dialog to prompt the user, telling them that they're missing some information. So here at lines 154 and 155, we create an alert dialog.builder object. We call it builder. It's a new alert dialog.builder, and favorite Twitter searches.this is the this reference of the favorite Twitter searches object, saying that the alert dialog's parent basically is the favorite Twitter searches activity. So we have to fully qualify the this pointer here because we're inside of an anonymous inner class, and in order to access the outer class's this reference, you have to fully qualify it. So with the builder, we set the title on the dialog to the string resource missing title. We set its so-called positive button. The positive button is the one that the user is going to touch to say to dismiss the dialog. And in this case, it's going to use the string reference OK the string resource, OK, to place text on that button. And the second argument would normally be the event handler that will respond to a touch of that button, but we don't want to do anything special. We just want the dialog to be dismissed, so we provide null as the second argument here. In other cases, we'll provide an actual event handler that says what to do when the user touches that button. Next, at line 163, we set the message inside the dialog to the string resource missing message. And then at line 166, we create an alert dialog using that builder, and at line 167, we show it. Now at this point, the dialog is displayed over the entire activity, and the user must interact with that dialog to dismiss it. Once the user dismisses it, they can start interacting with the base activity again and go and fix the problem, which of course was the fact that they did not enter the appropriate text.